Peace and blessings, y'all, and welcome back to Multidimensional Soul Podcast. I hope everyone had an amazing weekend and have set intentions for an amazing week as well. Today, I want to talk to y'all about moody moods. You know the moods when no one did anything to you, but you just ain't with no shit. You have zero patience. You're not giving anyone any grace. You ain't laughing because ain't shit funny. Just nothing. And I know that I'm not the only one that goes through this. I mean, could be with my Sagittarius ass, but I know a little bit about zodiac. So I know some of y'all out there know what these moody moods are. But more importantly, what do you do when you're in one of those moody moods? I want to know. Do you sit in it? Just sit in the moody mood and let the mood take its course? Do you warn those around you that you're even in a mood? Do you keep it to yourself and just try to pretend like everything's okay? Or do you do things that you know will lift your spirit? I myself am stuck between doing things that lift my spirit and just sitting in it. I mean, I don't really have to warn Brittany that I'm in a moody mood because she just knows. She is always like, I can feel you. So I don't even bother being like, nothing's wrong, I'm okay. No, something wrong, I don't know what it is, and get out of my way. It's more my speed. But sometimes I do try to do things to lift my mood. And I think a lot of times when people are talking about happy places, this is what it means, or at least for me. Whenever I'm in a moody mood, I try really hard to find my happy place. I try really hard to do things that are very pleasing to me, but things that I do or that I keep for myself. That is very important because there's some things that are pleasing to me and my wife likes them as well. So then they become things that we do together. But I have to, back up, sis. You can't come with me this time, or we're not doing this together this time. And for the most part, she gets it because when I'm in my moody mood, Brittany does her due diligence at staying the fuck up out of my way. I can be a bit intense. I've always been told that my silence is very overbearing and tends to be like a dark cloud. So she just gets the fuck out of the way and move around. So I don't have to give no long speech of why I'm doing some shit by myself. But sometimes I go too far. I ain't no secret. I am the queen of go too motherfucking far. I want to say a little bit of the time, but if this is my space to be 110 with y'all, a lot of the time I go way too far. So there are some times when she just be like, I don't know what you got going on, but you need to figure it out. And that's just that. And I don't even give no pushback with that, even in my little moody mood. Because again, I know I've went too far. I've likely had the conversation with myself before Brittany has even had the conversation with me, because self-awareness, and I be knowing. Anyway, I do have a list of things, not really like a list, but I have things that I do to try to lift my mood. And sometimes I try to rate my mood, like how down in the dumps. Well, I don't want to say down because it's not like I'm sad. I just have zero tolerance for anything. But I try to gauge that because if it's mild, maybe I could go on YouTube and watch some videos of babies laughing. That may or may not be a weird one, but babies have the most infectious laughs, and it just always lifts my spirits. The innocence of it, it is just so gut funny to them, and even thinking about it, I just love it. It always makes me smile. It always makes me feel good. So that's a base level. If I can go on YouTube and watch some videos of babies laughing to enhance my mood, then it was a real light day, and boom, I'm back, baby, ready to be on my bullshit, but the good kind. Then the next thing would be okay, let me take a shower, let me turn on some music. I have a flashlight, but it's a very small one, you can carry in your purse, but it's hella bright. I don't know what they're called, but I keep one in my bathroom, and I tend to take showers in the dark with one of those on because it still gives like really good lighting. Well, I don't know. It's just kind of like a mood without burning a candle sometimes. I can do that and it just kind of puts me in a more peaceful place. And most times when I say music, I really just mean Janae Aiko. Or recently, Jasmine Sullivan's new album. Either one of those, I'm in the shower, I'm singing with my non-singing ass, the lights on, it's just a little vibe in there. And I have plants in my bathroom, so it's a little vibe in there and I can get out and boom, I'm a new bitch. Like, what's up? I'm back on my good bullshit. And that would be like a level 2. A level 3, I think, would just be more so me being to myself and trying to tend to my plants. I don't want to say trying, just some days my mood fall on a day where my plants really don't need anything. Like, I typically care for them on Wednesdays. So if it's Thursday and I'm in a shitty mood, well, I pretty much already tended to them on Wednesday, but I just still go through and look at them and talk to them, or I spend a lot of time on my plant page just looking through things, or I will try to create like plant content, like videos, because then maybe it can get me out my mood. Sometimes that doesn't work though, because in the midst of me being no tolerance for shit, I don't even have tolerance for creating content, because I don't know if y'all know, but that's like a whole nother job in itself. And I'm still new to it, and that could honestly just add to my frustration. My next thing would be like a bath. Like, okay, let me get in the bath. Let me, put my yoni steam in there, some whatever, bath bombs, whatever I have. Let me put it in the bath. Let me get me some wine, burn a candle or incense, and turn some music on. And at this point, most time it might be some jazz. I do like jazz, something like instrumental, no words. I don't necessarily want to think too much, and also because I be acting a little bit. And so for me, certain songs come on, even with Janae, bitches, we triggered, because bitch, I'm triggered. And when I see your face, my nigga, like, triggered. And so sometimes I just need no words, because I will get in character real quick. After that, my next step would likely be a dance party. If you know me and if you're on my Facebook, Brittany and I have dance parties often. It is just always been something that I've done. Like if I'm sad, let me turn on some music and have a dance party. If I'm mad, let me try and turn on some music and have a dance party. And my goal is to either dance till I'm laughing and in a better mood, or dance till I'm crying but I'm still in a better mood. So dance parties are normally the go-to, but that's kind of how I gauge like, oh, this was high level, like some shit was going down. And if I'm just beyond, baby, I'm gonna eat an edible. I ain't cutting it in half. I ain't passing go. I'm not collecting $200, and I'm gonna be up in here laid out and stuck because shit was awful. Like, it was just really, really bad. And I don't want it to sound like I'm an emotional substance abuser, but sometimes I just need to get out of my own head, because I do tend to have that problem where if something's bothering me and I don't necessarily know why, or why I'm even in this mood, what triggered it. Because honestly, some mornings I just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. That is a very true statement, and I'm just in a mood. But I tend to stay in the mood because I'm in my own head, and I'm an extreme overthinker, over analytical about every little single thing. And now it's just those things add to the moody mood, so the longer I sit in it, a lot of times the worse it becomes. And sometimes Brittany is just so helpless because she's trying to do whatever she can to get me out of the mood. She is sending me funny videos on social media. She's what I want to eat. And that would normally be the fix of all. But my crazy ass be like, I ain't hungry. No, damn well I'm lying. But I'm just in a moody mood. So at this point, I'm so stuck and I've sat in it for so long. You can't even tempt me with food, bitch, because I said I wasn't hungry, even though you just heard my stomach growl. Yeah. That's the kind of shit I be on. So when I get to that point and I'm that level of frustrated where I can't even hold regular conversations, even about things that I like if someone is asking me plant shit and I just am agitated that they're asking and I want them to figure it all out on their own and I don't want to help at all, that is normally a sign that, okay, you need to withdraw yourself from all conversations and you need to keep this energy to yourself. But this is also how I know that I need to, like, you need to chill all the way out. And I ain't talking about CBD chill. I'm talking about THC chill. Because then I know that I'm being away because I know that I'm in a mood. And I react based on me being in that mood, but also in my head, deep down inside, I still hear the more conscious Courtney that is like, okay, now you know you're handling this wrong, or you know you didn't have to react that way. You know, on a regular day, if you were in a good mood, you wouldn't have said that, and you would have gladly helped, and you would have been this way. And sometimes, being that like I tend to vibrate at that frequency of calling myself out, of self-awareness and knowing right from wrong, it makes it so much harder to just do some fuck shit. And when I am vibrating low like that and just in a mood and just being bitchy to everyone, it makes me miss the days where I wasn't so self-aware and I wasn't in tune with myself and the different frequencies and how things operate. Not so much that I didn't know right from wrong, because I did, but I didn't give a fuck. And when I'm like that, I miss those days because I really just be wanting to be my mean ass self and not care that this is not how I would normally act, or that I know better, or that this isn't, of the greater good. And on top of my mood swings, and then trying to handle someone in a way that quite frankly isn't right, but then having hearing myself inside get on me about that not being right. Can y'all hear how all this might affect me, and how I may just need to turn all that shit off and eat the damn edible and not cut it in half because I need all that? It just gets to be too much. And yeah, when I was asking everyone when I was telling everyone I hope they had a good weekend, it wasn't that my weekend was bad. Oh, baby, but Saturday I was in a moody ass mood, okay? And I had next to no patience for anything. And I don't even know why I woke up that way or what happened, but it just wasn't anyone's day. I mean, and my mom, she was trying to just thug through it, and she was making me laugh. I'm not gonna hold you, but after the laughter, I would be right back okay, bitch, and she finally just was like, you know what, your time is up, and hung up on me. We were on FaceTime, and I don't even blame her. I wasn't even mad. I just kind of laughed when it happened because, again, bitch, I know I was doing too much. Absolutely doing too much. And yes, you heard correctly. When I was talking, the word bitch did come about, and I was speaking about my mother. It is not disrespectful. I don't call her that in the heat of an argument, but she is one of my friends to a certain degree. And so just like how something was going on with my friends, I'd be like, bitch. I do the same with her. And I just wanted to go ahead and clear the air, because I know there are some listeners that may have very traditional relationships with their parent, especially their mother, and they may not do that. I don't have a traditional relationship with my mother. Our relationship works for us, and the bitch word do be coming up. But again, not in a disrespectful manner, but bitch. And yeah, that's what it was. So I wasn't even pressed that she hung up on me. I didn't feel any type way. And anyone that knows me knows, my little sister is everything to me. I'm 16 years older than her, so she's damn near like my baby, and she just needed my help this weekend with different things. And my patience, I already struggle with patience. I struggle bad because I'm a person that thrives off self-sufficiency, and I don't mind doing for people at all. But it's when the moody moods come that I need you to be self-sufficient, okay? Because I need you to not need me for a motherfucking thing, because my mood right now is fuck all that. But she's 15, soon to be 16, and she needed her big sister's help. So I didn't not help her. But I do realize where sometimes I was just like, well, did you read it? Okay, well then what did it say? Did you go to the page that I told you to go to? And she ain't deserved that. And I'm pretty sure she was kind of reading her text messages like, what the fuck is going on with her? Because anyone that knows me know I'm like, oh no, baby, you don't gotta do that. Oh no, baby. I literally baby her still to this day. It's sickening, but it is what it is. And I didn't even have nothing to give to her this weekend. And I think that was the part that was the worst for me. Girl, sit your ass down. Like, if you in the moody mood, be in the moody mood yourself. And I'm typically really good about withdrawing myself when I'm in one of those moody moods, but it's kind of hard for me to withdraw if my sister is telling me she needs something, you know? I was just dealing with that this weekend, and I was like, I wonder what the listeners do when they're in the moody mood. And not like I don't think people really like get in moods. I feel like all of us are human, and one thing social media has taught us is that we all be on the same shit a lot of the time. And so I'm like, I know other people deal with this, but how do they deal with it? What do you typically do? And if you guys notice, as spiritual as I am, or, as in tune as I am, I didn't say anything about meditation or sound healing. And that's cool and all, but when I'm in one of my moody moods, it's a lot harder for me to focus, honestly. I can't center. I can't get on track to meditate, even if I'm listening to one of my meditation playlists, because my mind is just on 100. And sometimes when I'm in a moody mood, I tend to have negative talk about everything, self-talk or talk in my head about other motherfuckers. Like, everything is just negative in there. So meditating at that time doesn't work for me. I can't center. I mean, obviously, I feel like it makes sense though, because I'm not balanced. I'm not grounded in a sense. And my moods are off, clearly. And then, with sound bowls, you have some bowls that, they kind of are based off of your energy too. And I'm not going to be able to get my sound right because I'm not there. I'm not centered. I'm not at peace. Overall, okay, I'm at peace. But right now in this moment, my peace is clearly a little disturbed, and I don't give a motherfuck. So yeah, those don't work for me in that time. And maybe some of you were looking for me to say that. And then for those of you that do meditate and are on that same wave, that may be your go-to thing. And if it is, please DM me, tweet me, and let me know how you get yourself to focus when you're in such an irritated state. Because my level of irritability does not allow for me. And I've tried several times. One thing that kind of does work is to just like stop and take a few deep breaths. But I feel like that kind of only works when I realize, like, oh, I'm finna say some shit. Like, sometimes Brittany's just talking to me, or I'm talking to her, and I don't feel like I have her undivided attention. And, it's already like intense because I'm in an intense space, and I just want her to stop whatever she's doing and give me all of her attention so that I know that she's listening, and she's not. And I just am like, Courtney, take a few deep breaths, calm down, because you finna say some fuck shit. And that kind of works for me, but it's not like a full-on meditation, and it only works right before I know I'm about to pull the trigger on some real foul shit. I'm grateful because, I back down and withdraw my weapon, and rightfully so, because most times I didn't even have no reason to have my weapon drawn anyway. I just really be in a mood, and it's not an excuse, but it is exactly what it is. And I'm not perfect, so I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to work to never have a mood swing again in my life. First of all, I'm a woman, and we have a lot going on within our bodies a lot of the time, and mood swings are inevitable. But I do try really hard to not take it out on other people, and to be more self-aware when I am in a mood, so that no one else has to deal with my shit, because my mood is my problem. It is no one else's. Because again, remember, I'm saying that I woke up like this. No one did anything to put me in this space. Because if someone had done something to put me in this space, then to a certain degree, it would be their responsibility. It would be their burden to bear. But that was all I wanted to discuss with you all today. Please, please, please DM me or tweet me whatever it is you do to get out of your moody moods, or if there's something that I said that you may decide to use to aid you. If it works, please let me know. If it doesn't, let me know. I can be reached on Instagram at Peace Love Locks or Peace Love Plants, both with 2 S's, or on Twitter at Peace Love Locks, 2 S's again. Now moving on to our plant of the week, which is a Fin Sansevieria aka snake plant. This plant is known for its whale fin shaped leaf, most of the time coming in just one big leaf that will continue to grow. It can grow other leaves out of the soil, but it has one whale fin shaped leaf. It is beautiful. Some people tend to think it's a more rare Sansevieria. Snake plants are very easy to care for and they are very low maintenance. They thrive in bright light or low light. You water them every 10 days or so. They don't require a lot of water. You can actually neglect them and they will still thrive. And they don't, even with fertilizer during the spring and summer months, they don't require a lot. I maybe fertilize mine like once a month, if even that. I'm sure I've skipped months. I have quite a few plants, and if I'm going to skip one, it might as well be the Sansevieria because they are resilient and they can stand it. So don't forget to Google Fin Sansevieria, aka snake plant. Take a look at it, and if you like it, you should try and find you one. It is absolutely worthy. And if you remember, the crystal of the month is black tourmaline. And previously, I let you know that it repels negative energy. This week, I'm going to let you know that black tourmaline is also used for purification, cleansing, and protection. It is known to protect against emotions and psychic attacks, bringing about more peace, calmness, and healing for the said user. So again, if you do not have black tourmaline in your crystal collection, get you some, because just like the Fin Sansevieria, it is worthy. If you have any questions or any feedback about anything that I stated in this week's episode, please hit me up on social media. My Instagram again is Peace Love Locks or Peace Love Plants, both with 2 S's, or Twitter at Peace Love Locks, 2 S's again. Please don't forget the double S. I'm stressing that because I really would love to hear from you all, and I know it's easy to leave off one of the S's. Anyway, thank you all for listening. I'll catch you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Love and light.
Welcome to My Curl Speak with Key. Holding myself accountable looks like me intentionally working as a reminder and a mirror for others to see their own worthiness. My light sees yours. You are a reflection of me and I of you. Watering you is watering me. You can find My Curl Speak with Key each and every Wednesday, available wherever you get your podcasts.